Hi everyone, I'm Deborah Namugenyi from Uganda, Asante Africa Foundation Country Manager. Welcome to our first episode of the Asante Cafe series, where we are going to be reflecting on insights from the field, lessons learned from the field, and also discuss how education and youth leadership shapes communities where we are serving across East Africa. With me here today, I'm not alone. I'm going to be having a conversation with someone from one of the areas where we are serving, but she will introduce herself. Happy Women's Day, first
Happy
of all.
Women's Day. Did you enjoy your day?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a Women's Month. We've had quite a number of celebrations,
Yes.
but I wanted at least to start our conversation on that note. Happy Women's Day, since we are also going to be discussing about education for girls.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're here with me today.
Okay. I'm really glad to be your guest today. My name is Rita Naggayi Buuzabalyawo. I'm the Senior Probation and Social Welfare Officer for Kassanda District. Kassanda District started way back in 2018. And down the road, we're here. And I'm glad to be here.
Happy to have you, Rita. I don't know if we are going to be tackling the real challenges that girls are facing in Kassanda.
Yeah.
However, before we get into our conversation, because today we are going to basically focus on our conversation is going to focus on education for girls and how the future looks like.
Yeah.
But as Asante Africa Foundation, I should say that we have done at least some work in the regions where we are operating, that is in Uganda and also Toro region, through our programs, the Accelerated Learning Program, the Wezesha Vijana program, and also the Youth Livelihood program. We believe that through these programs, the youth are able to thrive and also reach their full potential. But recently, we've seen the recent release of examinations by the different ministries, Ministry of Education, for primary level, ordinary level, and also advanced level. But on top of that, we've also seen students graduating from the different universities.
Yes.
I looked at the statistics from Makerere University. Over 9,000 students have graduated. 2025 have been graduated. But as I was analyzing the statistics, I realized that the number of boys that are graduating is higher than the number of girls that are graduating at all levels, postgraduate level, undergraduate level, master's level. And I was asking myself, where could the challenge be? Because even the recent examinations that have been released in high school and also primary level, you realize that there is still a gap when it comes to how girls are performing and also how boys are performing. Girls taking on art subjects mostly, boys embracing the science subjects. Where could the challenge be?
Yeah, the challenges are enormous. They're diverse. I mean, they range from economic, social, health issues, personal, and so many. But the main challenges that really are putting girls away from school there's quite a lot of high school dropout rate for girls. And this can be, especially here in Kassanda, they are related to the long distances. Children walk to school. Cases, for instance, there is Mianzi Secondary School. But you find that when you're going to Mianzi, you find that girls or students are walking something like 10 or 8 kilometers.
Sure.
Yeah. And you know that journey is quite a long one.
Yeah.
And over the years, it can really get up to the child, most especially if they're not really very committed to excel or to pursue their education journeys.
Yeah.
Another issue is, of course, along the way still, there's teenage pregnancy. Kassanda has the percentage of teenage pregnancies Kassanda is 19.4. That's a big number. And also you see that the completion of school for girls is 56.4. You ask yourself what happens to the rest. There is still a big number of students that are dropping out, especially girls. And more to the challenges are domestic violence issues where parents have separated and the girls are forced to stay at home to do the chores. The many tasks, the many chores we do at home, girls, it's easier to leave a girl home than the boys. And also there's still that those odd preferences where parents would prefer to still continue educating the boys. Another challenge would be behavior issues. I've talked about teenage pregnancy, but there are also other behavior issues: violence against children, sexual abuse, defilement, the behavior patterns of parents. Most parents are alcoholic; they are addicts, and also that affects the girl child more.
Sure.
Yeah. So those many challenges, and even poverty. You know, when families are poor, they don't see it as educating a girl a priority. They really, with poverty comes around issues of not providing the basic needs.
Sure.
School fees is a problem. And much as we have so many, for instance, we have 100 government primary schools and several secondary schools, but still
In Kassanda?
yeah, under universal education and secondary education, still parents find it hard to give the basic needs
Sure.
to their children, even like needs like scented towels, books. Those affect the persistence of girls to stay in school, and that's quite another challenge. Yeah, so those are among the challenges that affect the girl child.
I love the insights you have put out, Rita, because when you look at the issues of transitioning, the issues of completion, it is still a big challenge, a big challenge, especially in the communities, the rural marginalized communities. With experience and also with the stories that we've received from the field, you realize that the transition rates are still low. And as an organization, Asante Africa Foundation, at least we've tried to bridge the gap through our programs. We've supported the girls, but also even the boys to have access to education. You've talked about the issue of poverty. We've tried to come in to see that we support these boys and girls. And I'm happy to note that at least for the students that we have supported, they have been able to stay in school, but also transition to other levels of education through our full scholarships and also our one-time scholarships. So that is one lesson that has been learned. But again, we need to ask ourselves a question. You as Rita, because I understand you work closely with the government, do you feel like we've done enough at the national level to support girls stay in school and also transition and also complete the different levels of education?
Yeah, thank you so much, Deborah. I want to say that government has done something, you know. If, for instance, there's this 1.5 affirmative action, where girls that have achieved certain points, for instance, for the recently released exams of senior six. So for those girls, majority of them, if they applied for tertiary institutions, public universities, they have government has a policy where 1.5 is added to every girl. I myself, I benefited from the 1.5 affirmative action.
Wow.
The points I got for my A level, that 1.5 helped me go to public university on government scholarship. So government has done quite a lot, though there's still something desired. Of course, there are policies, as we've said, of course, government has put universal primary education where among the children to go to school, girls have to go to school. There's universal secondary education. With their girls have
I
to go to school.
personally am a product of universal primary. Is it
Secondary?
No, primary.
Yeah.
Universal primary education.
So government has done something, and of course, government has to be complimented. I mean, supported, and to that, I want to thank Asante for coming into, because much as that is there, and even other policies are also there. Even this PDM, those government programs, they are there to support households so that they could be able to meet their needs and also support their children, among them girls, to continue school.
The women have access to those.
Yeah, there is Uganda UWEP, Uganda Women Enterprise Program, where groups of women, a membership of 5 to 6 or 10, form a group and apply for for economic empowerment. The numbers are still few, but the groups are there. And most of the women who have benefited from those programs, they are really happy because every woman wants to see her child go to school, and among them the girl child. Yeah. So, but I want to say thank you to Asante, because much as all those programs are there, that not everyone can benefit from those programs, and the need is still there, and parents cannot pay for their children, especially girls, and that where Asante is giving scholarships for girls to join, even other boys to join senior 1, to complete senior 4, to complete senior 6. That is a real achievement, and we ably thank you so much.
Sure. You've talked about the support that needs to be given to the girls and also the boys through the scholarships, but I also believe it goes beyond the scholarships, because you can give them they can have access to the education, but at the end of the day they can still drop out of school. So we need to ask ourselves a critical question of like, what are we missing? And as an organization, one thing that we identified is the aspect of mentorship and skills development. I appreciate the fact that our programs this year alone, we are going to be able to reach at least 1,500 plus girls directly. But still through our paid forward model, we shall be able to reach over 4,000 lives impacted through our programs, the Wezesha Vijana and also the Youth Livelihood Program. And when you look at this kind of support, girls are able to stay within school. When girls have access to education, marriage is being delayed, right? Marriage is being delayed. If they go to education, they are empowered. Marriage is being delayed, they are able to earn income. Well, you've talked about PDM. A girl, a person, a lady, a woman, a girl who has not been educated enough might not find value in the money that has been given to them. So I really appreciate the work that government is doing, but also the support that different organizations like Asante is bringing on board to see that we support the girl child. However, have you been able to see any success stories on ground in Kassanda, in line with the work that Asante is doing, and also possibly from your end?
Yeah, I want to, for instance, I would like to still once again thank Asante for the work you've done. You know, Kassanda district has 15,662 children between 10 to 17. We have 77,575 boys, and even like youth, they're around 70,000. So all those numbers, the 1,500, add up to something you've supported. And a case I want to say, I remember Fahima. She was a girl in Kassanda. But
she went through our program.
She was supported by Asante, and she's quite good. She persisted through the program, and she's a very good girl at IT. There is also another girl. There are several, because you've supported several girls, because we've been in the scholarships and what. Girls like, I remember girls from Akonzi, girls from Chato, Ngugo. Those distances are far. There is a girl, I forget her name. Is it Namirimo Nachimudi? You remember the name?
Elizabeth.
That girl completed senior 6. And you know, it was really very hard for her to get that education, that support. Those cases, we upload you Asante, and several are there, even boys that are completing school, and without their support, without your support, they wouldn't have made it. And you know, education is expensive. Education is good. It is a very critical tool in transformation of societies, but there's a way it becomes expensive, where families find it hard to give those children their basic.
You've talked about one success story around the scholarship program, and it reminded me of one of the students that were rescued from being married off during COVID-19. I should say that when we enrolled this young lady from Chenjojo, we enrolled her around, she was in senior 2. At the moment, I should say that she's completing her senior 6.
Wow.
And
Wow, that's
I'm
nice.
just looking forward to the time she's joining university and also be able to, fulfill her dream as a person. She wants to be definitely a doctor.
I wish her success.
Yeah, she wants to be a doctor. But you realize that these interventions are really supporting these girls to see that they are able to reach their full potential. However, what needs to be done? Looking ahead, looking at the future, what needs to be done to say that girls are continued, are supported continuously?
Seriously, girls need support. Parents, I encourage you to really support the girl child. Those basic needs are very crucial. Those very small, you might think they are very small, but please, parents, be very engaged in the education of the girl child. Support them. Encourage them to go to school. Government, please continue to give funds to the education sector and even other social, other departments, so that because the girls need health, they need education, social services. I also, scholarships must never stop. They must never stop. I'm so Asante there. I should really please the donors continue giving the fund support.
Sure.
And of course, the girls themselves, they should really learn to be confident and know that without education, we cannot transform this society. We must keep there, keep in school. Please, girls, keep in school, stay there, because we are better off when we have learned what to practice out of class.
Sure. Thank you, Rita. I really appreciate your insights on that. I like the aspect of collaboration. Continuous collaboration is really very key if we are to continue supporting the girl child. Gender-specific strategies also need to be thought of. We need to have those strategies that are really looking at supporting the girl child. And as we are designing these strategies, we should bring the girl child at the center. Not just representing, but also having her voice being heard.
Yeah.
That's when we shall be able to see better results compared to what we have been able to do at the moment. Otherwise, I would love to have this conversation more and more and more, but unfortunately, I think we need to end for now. But I will be looking forward to the next episode of our Asante Cafe series. I'm just looking forward to what we shall be sharing. But I'm glad we've been able to discuss about issues that are affecting girls, issues around girl child education, and how the future looks like. Thank you for the great conversation.
Thank you for hosting me.